Welcome, wrestling fans. I'm your buddy Stepdaddy John, and it's time for Match Callers. Now, as you know, Match Callers is a show in which we bring on a couple of friends with me, and we watch a match and we call it. You can join us over in the comments, and I'll be engineering this live because obviously we're pre-recording right now. But when the show goes up live, I will put up your comments live. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, it's not just me doing Match Callers. I have my personal booth man, my personal announcer. He is fantastic. Folks, do you know Mean Joe Gene Townsel?
That would be me. How you doing, Stepdaddy John? And I got to tell you, I usually wait till the end of the match to offer my Townsel takeaway, but I got one right now, and that is this. 2 wrestlers are great. 6 are even better. We got some tag team torment tonight, right, buddy?
It is a crazy tag team match. It's from Japan, and it's kind of historical in good ways and bad ways. And very exciting to have found this rare match floating around on YouTube. Let's bring in this week's guest. He is a young man that I first met on my first day at wrestling school. Wow. And he was so much younger than me, but I really admired his sense of humor and how he just had a lot of get up and go. And he was a really, really hard worker. And I really admire this man to this day because he's still working hard at being entertaining. And let's bring him in. It's our good friend, Retro Tiburon. El Tiburon, how are you, my friend?
Well, Mean Joe Gene. I know very little about Japanese wrestling, but I'm excited to call this match.
You know a little bit about Lucha Libre, correct?
Yeah, I know a lot more about Lucha Libre. I'm even wearing my parka. I'm a big parka fan. My parka shirt. Japanese, very little. I know like Hakushi.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to say Yokozuna. He wasn't even really Japanese. He was Samoan.
That's right.
That should tell you how much I know about it. But I'm sure I'll talking to Sexy Chino, which was on this one last week.
That's right.
Some of that has rubbed off on me. So I'm sure I'll remember some Japanese terminology.
I mean, we all pale next to Sexy Chino. He was, after all, the wrestling geek on the show Beat the Geeks. I mean, he's a very significant student of the game, but we'll pick our way through. This will be easy. If anybody knows more than us, go ahead and jump into the comments. We also, oh my gosh, I finally remembered to do it during the show, guys. I'm remembering to ask you to like and subscribe. I almost never ask.
Nice.
And it's not because I don't want your like and your subscription. Oh my gosh, we need it so much. We really do. So, hey, whether you're watching us on RG Bros or if you're watching us on our channel, Weber Internet thingy, we really need your numbers to join with ours. And all it takes is a free like, a free subscribe. And if you want to get announcements for when we go up, that's fine. But I never require anyone to do that. All right, gentlemen. I am going to go over to the YouTube. And one thing I want to do first is I want to read the caption underneath this match. This is from the Dynamite Kid. I believe it's from his book, Pure Dynamite. And I think that's what it's called. I read it a long, long time ago. The second time I went to Japan, they wanted me to wrestle in a 6-man tag match. Myself, Kobayashi, and a Mexican wrestler, Dos Caras. We were wrestling Sasuke, Sayama, and Mil Mascaras. I wasn't feeling too good on the flight over. By the time I got to the building, I knew I was very ill. I kept getting that familiar feeling of lightheadedness and seeing spots in front of my eyes. I knew what was coming, just like I'd known for a half dozen previous occasions. I stood in the dressing room trying to shake the feeling off and saying to myself, Tommy, just hang on, lad. Get the match over and get your money. Such a wrestler. You see, if anything had happened before the match, I knew I wouldn't get paid. So I drank about a gallon of water. I kept shaking my head saying, don't let it happen now. Please don't let it happen now. All I wanted to do was get the match over and go home. I made it to the ring. The arena was full. And I'll be honest, the fans were cheering and clapping like they were genuinely glad to see me, but I'm sure they must have been shocked at the way I looked. Thankfully, the other wrestlers did most of the work in that match. In fact, they more or less kept to themselves in the ring. I never felt part of it. And to tell you the truth, it was just a big relief when the bell rang and I could get back to the dressing room. I was due to fly home the next day. I'd made it through the match. Sasuke had paid me, but that horrible feeling was still there in my head. Something bad was definitely going to happen. I was feeling a bit down anyway, because I knew for the first time in my life, I'd been booked for my name instead of my ability. The truth was, I didn't have any ability at that moment, but it was still a terrible feeling. Hiroshi, the booking agent, picked me up from the hotel and we caught the train to Narita Airport. I said to him, I will check in while you change my money from yen to sterling. He disappeared. I put my case down and that's when it happened. I suddenly felt warm and lightheaded. I saw the stars in front of my eyes. I said, help, but my voice sounded like it was coming from a long way away. The next thing I knew, I was in a hospital, aching from head to foot. I'd missed 3 flights home because of that seizure. But I knew I'd been lucky that it hadn't happened in the ring the night before. I never heard from Sasuke again. Hiroshi rang a couple of times to tell me about another new promotion in Japan called Battle Arts. He said, if you bring some more wrestlers from Wigan, you could be their manager, Tommy. But for whatever reason, it never came to anything. And that was a big part of the beginning of the end for the Dynamite Kid, who had terrible brain injuries from all of the wrestling that he had done. Hey, let's watch a wrestling match now.
On a lighter
note. You know, we can admire him for giving himself body and soul for the sport. You know,
that is so commonly how people feel about the Dynamite Kid. That's how I feel about the Dynamite Kid. And it's a great reminder. Most wrestling fans, I don't think, need to be reminded, do they, Tiburon, that this is a really brutal physical business?
I mean, I think to the detriment of pro wrestlers, we get out there no matter what. It's like, put some dirt on it, get out there, walk it off. You tore your ACL, you might have torn a pectoral. Finish the match, like we were saying earlier. Go home, which I don't know if Joe knows, but in wrestling terms, to go home is finish the match. It's time to finish the match. Time to go home. Time to finish the match.
Well, the term came up in our green room discussion. Now I totally understand what's happening with that phrase.
Yeah, that's very common lingo. Thank you for pointing that out, Tiburon, because there's so many times when I forget that normal people don't know all of these phrases.
Yeah.
And I'm the normal one.
Does Joe know about powdering out?
He does not. Go ahead.
Powder, when you powder out, it's get out of the ring. Powder out.
Okay.
That was one of those terms when we started training, because I trained with John at XPW, that I was like, why is it powder out? That didn't make any sense to me. Like, I understand go home, but what does powder out have to do with getting out of the ring?
I guess because you take a powder, that means, I don't know, quitting usually, but I don't know if that's...
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
I don't know if it's the same thing here as far as giving up, but maybe.
No, I think you're right, because like, I'm going to take a powder. That's like an old 30s kind of phrase.
Yeah.
Of course, wrestling goes back, even beyond the 30s, of course, but that's probably what it turned into. It evolved into, I'm going to take a powder into, hey, powder out, you jabroni.
Yeah. Yeah. But as we were talking about, like, wrestlers being tough and to their own detriment, even us, I would probably, the most money I ever made on a show was like $50, and that's that I had to drive to Utah with Sexy Chino. So all my money went on the gas getting there.
Yeah, I mean,
so we don't make any money, and we're still like, it's a badge of honor. Like, no, if you're hurt, you finish the match.
Oh,
You finish
absolutely.
the match. You finish the match.
One of the things that I feel always gets lost, and this is something you definitely experienced too, Tiburon, is you meet these guys in wrestling and they're like old time warriors. Like they have a code of honor. Oh, I took the booking. I'm not gonna cancel. Get me out of the sick bed. Pull the IV out of my arm. I took a booking. I'm gonna go and do it. Or one of my favorites is when the guys the young fans especially are so sweet, and you don't want to expose them to the ugly side of the business. So you'll see like a big, tough, mean guy, blood coming down his face, and he'll still like walk up to like a 6-year-old kid and be like, "Hey, you want me to sign that for you?" They really do love the business. There's so many guys in the business. They love it beyond money, beyond any, none of us on the indie scene were ever going to get much fame. I mean, the guys that we knew.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about doing the job. It's about being honorable. There's a code of ethics. There's like some chivalry. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of terrible people in the business too. Speaking of R.I.P. Hulk Hogan.
Oh
my God.
But listen, I mean, I know enough to know that it goes beyond just a great work ethic, which is wonderful in and of itself, but the passion, as you described, John and Tiburon. I mean, it's clearly there. You can see it in and out of the ring. And as far as I'm concerned, hey, you know what? I don't know everything there is to know about this and many other subjects, but I am a quick study, so bear with me.
This is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see some Mexican wrestlers, the luchadors. You're going to see some Japanese wrestlers. Puryesu is a very honored and respected sport in Japan. And, Canadian. He was English, but he was a Canadian wrestler. Dynamite Kid, though we know he's not going to do a lot in this match.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, gentlemen.
We're
going to start. Oh, let me get the sound effect going.
John, you just wrecked the illusion.
Look, I don't try to lie to our audience. There's none of that here. I carny them in other ways. All right, here we go. Folks, it's a hot crowd tonight.
Yeah, that's one excited crowd.
They're hanging from the rafters.
90,000 here tonight. It's been announced. 90,000.
All right, what an entrance.
There goes Mil Máscaras.
Mil Máscaras, one of the most beloved of all luchadors, though there are many great.
That was the wrong guy. This is Mil Máscaras. I thought the other guy was Mil Máscaras. There goes Mil Máscaras.
Now, you've got Mil Máscaras and the first Tiger Mask and the great Sasuke on one team. And you got Dos Caras, Dynamite Kid, and Kuniaki Kobayashi on the other.
Is this Kobayashi, I believe? Yeah, that's Kobayashi. Not to be confused with the guy that has a record for eating like 200 hot dogs. Not that Kobayashi. This is another Kobayashi.
Or the Kobayashi that Joe mentioned earlier.
Kobayashi Maru in Star Trek.
It's kind of funny how the word Kobayashi gets thrown around. Not an easy word.
Nope. Probably came from here, right?
Now, John, is this the Tokyo Dome, or where are they wrestling here? Does it say?
What do I have here? It's for Michinoku Pro Wrestling, and I'm not seeing a location on this one. Maybe I can find it later, and I'll put it up on the screen.
But here comes Tiger Mask. I think this guy even had like cartoons over there in Japan.
He did?
Yeah, Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask. You'll see Tiger Mask show up in video games. He's in Tekken 2.
He's in Tekken 2?
Yes, he is.
Now here's where I'm coming from a normal. Why doesn't his outfit match his mask? should be yellow and black, isn't it?
It's unusual he has that. Is that a Dragon Ball Z reference, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know he was like a big deal in Japan. Tiger Mask.
especially since this is the first Tiger Mask, because there have been multiples.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And I know Mil Máscaras he's up there with like El Santo as far as like Mexican Lucha Libre legends.
Yes.
He's like up there, after maybe a little bit below El Santo. Oh, there he
All
goes.
right. There's the Dynamite Kid, and just as he said, yeah, he does not look.
Wow.
He
He doesn't
not
look like the Dynamite Kid from the 80s at all.
right. This is 1996.
Wow.
So he's been off the juice for years at this point.
Yeah.
He was, of course, quite a user of the performance enhancers.
Yeah.
A legend.
He had like some giant like traps. He looked like a little bodybuilder, like a little ball of muscle.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Yeah, this is him fighting his ill health. He had a lot of bad results from his main move was he would do a flying headbutt.
Yeah.
Get up on the top turnbuckle, leap down and headbutt a guy. Usually the guy's lying flat. And that takes a toll on you. Wow,
Yeah.
I wish I knew what dome this was in. That's Sasuke right there with all of his. That's
Little Japanese girl entourage.
oh, quite the rock star, our Sasuke.
Not trying to correct you, but I believe the pronunciation is Sasuke.
Sasuke.
And that's
Thank
only because Sexy Chino calls him that. So I know that's the right way to call him. Because I used to call him the Great Sasuke, but it's actually Sasuke.
Sasuke. You know me. I love to do the proper pronunciations of names and words in other languages. I am definitely one of those people who Los Angeles. No, I don't say that.
You don't say Los Angeles?
Who always say El Tiburon.
Yes, El Tiburon.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Oh,
that's
no,
the perfect-
Tiburon.
Yeah,
No,
I've
no,
heard Tiburon, Retribution, Retro Tribune. I've heard from other people. Like I'm a newspaper or something.
So the masked men are literally getting their flowers. Literally.
Yeah, I think it's tradition over there, right? For them to get like some flowers to kind of welcome them.
I think so. It's
We saw that last week, didn't we, John?
oh yes, we did with Giant Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of great traditions, depending on what country you're in. Japanese wrestlers, they have the flowers, but they also have streamers sometimes. I don't know if we're going to see any
Oh
here.
yeah.
We
How
saw
could we-
it might be a little Dynamite Kid tradition of scratching his nuts prior to the match.
Well, that is very Canadian. Can I just say?
There he goes. Joe, has John ever gifted you a bouquet of flowers for your birthday?
Nobody darn well better start.
Why not, John? Why haven't you ever presented Joe with some flowers?
What a troublemaker you are, Tiburon. What a troublemaker.
I'm going to break out in song in a minute. Neil Diamond, Barbra Streisand.
Tiburon, tell us about Mil Máscaras. What is that gimmick?
So Mil Máscaras translates to 1,000 masks. So he's the man of 1,000 masks, and he always had a different mask. I don't think I ever really saw him wear the same mask more than once or twice. So he's a legend, like I said. He wrestled, I believe, in like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
I saw him early 2000s still wrestling at Frankenson's.
Brother?
And people were going crazy, like had memorabilia and were going nuts for him. Yeah.
Yeah, they were lining up. They a lot of them had like I actually have some behind me. They had like those head models with masks on them, and they were having him sign them.
Yeah. And in Mexican, you already know in Mexican wrestling, you don't see the wrestler without the mask. Like
Never.
I've even heard stories, I won't name any names, but that he was in a car traveling with other wrestlers and he wanted to take his mask off and he made all the other wrestlers have to like put their head down because they couldn't see his face. A little douchey, I think, but
Well,
that's how
you can
serious.
call the Mandalorian douchey. He does the same thing.
Mil Mascaras is the Mandalorian of wrestling, I guess.
Now the girls are holding up numerous belts. I mean, are these all belts that one wrestler won?
I believe so.
Yeah?
I think, it's all the titles Sasuke had at the time.
Yes. He I don't know how they do it in Japan, but I think they do it this way. When you win a belt, you take that belt. That's your belt. And then they get a new belt for the next guy.
Yeah.
The way it's done in the United States, more often than not. Oh, that's beautiful, Tiger Man. Holy cow.
Now, for the benefit of normals like myself, the tag team works exactly how? I mean, 2 at a time?
Tag team? No, you have to actually like tag the other person's hand if you want into the match, and then you got to get out. The other guy has to get out.
Okay, so literally tag team. Okay, I got it.
Yes. At this point, there are 2 men in the ring at once, usually in a Lucha tag match. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it usually breaks down and everybody gets in the ring at some point.
Well, I was wondering if that happened eventually, but yeah, I just saw the first tag here.
Yeah.
I know in Mexican wrestling that happens. Like they'll just get in the ring. I don't know how it is in Japan if that happens.
Oh, that's a nice move.
Well, oh man. Sasuke? Is that the
Sasuke? There goes. That's the Asai moonsault he hit him there with.
Gorgeous work, man. Just
one of Stepfather John's moves he was famous for in the Indies. Asai moonsault.
I mean, this is like ballet almost. It's
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are so incredible with their footwork and their placement in the ring. A lot of technical work from these guys. Well, explain to the audience, if you will, El Tiburon, what the Spanish words are for good guy wrestlers and bad guy wrestlers.
So in Mexican wrestling, the good guy is the técnico. So they say técnico, that's the good guy. I guess in English, but translates to the technical wrestler.
Yeah.
And then the bad guy was the rudo, which rudo I think translates to rude, like the rude guy, the bad guy, the rudo. So that you would have like even some of the referees some of them were bad guys. They played heels too. The rudo referees.
That's right. Oh, what a beautiful tie
now,
up
this
there.
would be a lame comment for me, but I got to say, these guys wearing masks during this heavy physical activity, I mean, that's pretty impressive. It can't be easy to breathe with those masks.
No. I know John wore a mask for a little bit. I wore a mask, and it was hard to breathe.
Oh, it looks like there's not a lot of opening there.
Yeah.
In the face.
I actually designed my mask so that I would have one of those open mouth masks.
Oh, okay.
Made it so much easier to breathe. I actually, there was a Mr. America gimmick that Hulk Hogan did.
Yeah.
And I actually I stole that design as best I could.
Yeah, I was dumb and actually had my mouth part closed, and I was like, maybe this wasn't a good idea. It's hard to breathe. And something that's also, I don't know if John had that too. My peripheral wasn't good with the mask either. Like it kind of lost my peripheral.
No, we would be wrestling because actually Tiburon and I were on opposite sides quite a bit, and we would wrestle, and I would hear him tell me things like, "I can't see you over there." Like, if you come up behind me, touch me, because otherwise I don't know you're there.
Yeah, your peripheral. Look at this.
You see it coming, Rocky? There it is.
This is kind of amazing that the Dynamite Kid said he did nothing in this match.
snap suplex onto the concrete out there.
He's doing a ton.
But you could see like his tights are very loose fitting.
Right.
Like he's not filling out those tights.
Well, I don't mean to be too raunchy here, but he was a great weightlifter. And when we talk about the performance enhancing drugs, if you do the work, on those, you'll get really big.
Yeah.
And so he used to have like an enormous muscular butt.
I never.
But now you can see those tights are so baggy because they need that butt. And
Well,
I also
he
love
made
that
the
he didn't
comment
get-
about not doing much because it's his own self-estimation from previous matches. He thought maybe in this one he was up to snuff, himself.
He was a fantastic athlete. So yes, you're absolutely right. He used to do probably the most in the ring of all the guys.
Yeah, he Chris Benoit was a mirror image of Dynamite Kid. If you watch the infamous Chris Benoit wrestle, and then you watch a Dynamite Kid match, it's almost like the same wrestler.
Yeah, they were Canadian trained. And in Canada, the athleticism at the time, especially, really played up. And in the United States, you would see you're more like, oh, that guy's a plumber, that guy's a sailor. You'd see like these wild, kooky gimmicks. But in Canada, their gimmick was they're really good athletes who work very hard.
Yep.
Now Tiger Mask seems to be the one throwing by far the most kicks.
Yeah. In Japanese wrestling, I think they do a lot of kicking.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's martial arts based for them.
Yeah, they even have their own term. They call it a strong style in Japan, which just means they're gonna kick the hell out of you. They're gonna kick you for reals.
Yeah.
Just as impressive to me is the recoveries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just bounce right back up, man.
Well, what's great about a 6-man tag is you do get time to rest.
Yes, and breathe.
And as you can imagine, that is gold. That amount of time is gold. Man, that's a beautiful
backbreaker. That's a butterfly. It's a backbreaker.
Butterfly to a backbreaker. Very technical for the technical dos caras.
Dos caras? I'm not too familiar with dos caras, but I think you guys in the comments can let us know if you're watching this. I think he's related to Alberto del Rio.
Oh,
Dos Caras.
indeed.
Yeah.
I know Alberto Del Rio did have a lucha pedigree.
Yeah, I think he lost his mask. This guy, Dos Caras. Much in like Mexican wrestling, if you lose your mask, it's like your career can go downhill, or you have like a second wind, like a second chapter to your career.
How does that mask get lost, El Tiburon?
Oh, you have like a mask versus mask match, or you have a mask versus hair match where the loser either loses their mask or they get their head shaved.
Sasuke going into that Steiner recliner, then getting reversed out by Dos Caras. I hope that's Dos Caras.
Okay, so I know what to look for at the end. How do we win? I mean, is it down to the last man, or?
That would be an elimination tag. This is just a straight up tag. So the first pin will be the win.
This is a single pinfall, right?
Single pinfall. One fall.
Yeah, Sasuke wrestled a little bit for WWE too.
He did, right? I mean, he's very famous.
Yeah. He left because they didn't want to pay him what he wanted to get paid. So he's like, I'm going back to Japan. You guys don't want to pay me what I'm worth. But you got to give him credit for that.
Absolutely. Mil Mascaras did quite a few matches for WWE as well.
Yeah. Also known for not really liking to lose, Mil Mascaras. He had the old, it doesn't work for me, brother, mentality. But
wasn't there a Royal Rumble where Mil Mascaras came down and never entered the ring?
No, he entered the ring, but he refused. Then a Royal Rumble, Joe, it's like all these wrestlers get into the ring. You get eliminated by getting thrown over the top rope to the outside. Mil Mascaras was supposed to get thrown out over the top rope, and he's like, no, how about if I just jump out by myself so nobody throws me out? So he just threw himself out of the Royal Rumble.
Oh man, I actually worked on a couple of shows with Mil, and not that I ever spoke to him or even got to shake his hand, but talk about royalty. The guy did not did not dirty himself with regular wrestlers. And, you know, he came up to get that paycheck, brother.
I think he said, Bruce Pritchard said that he would say, no job, no job, no job, no job.
Explain to Joe what the yob is.
Oh, so in wrestling, when you say you have to do the job, that means you have to take the fall.
Oh,
Like if I were to wrestle John, I was like, hey, I need you to take the job. That means you have to lose. You have to take the fall. So Mil Máscaras didn't really like to lose because he wanted to protect his character. So he would say, no job, no job.
No yob.
Because he was, you know, didn't really speak a lot of English.
Guys, tell me what's happening now. Why do we have like 1 against 2 right now?
Because the ref has to get the guy out. But correct me if I'm wrong, El Tiburon. After a tag, the guy who is in the ring has a 5 count to get out of the ring.
I know that's in American wrestling. I don't know how that works in Japan, but look at all these kicks Tiger Mask is throwing.
Tiger Mask.
Man,
Dynamite Kid got convulsions the day after this.
and
Yeah, I think so.
he took a DDT.
All these head injuries.
Oh, I like that. Popped him right off.
Oh my god.
No selling a drop kick. That is wild. And
Well, as now you might say, the way to avoid it, way to not get kicked is not be there.
yes,
He was out of range on that one.
it's very rare that other wrestlers will let you do that. If you're somebody like a Samoa Joe, you get away with it.
Yeah.
If you're someone like a Tiger Mask, sure, you can get away with that.
Now, I don't imagine it would be engineered differently, I'm sure, if that's the right word. But conceivably, in an elimination tag, could you have one remaining guy against all 3 of the other team?
Yes.
And he just has to stay there the whole rest of the time and see if he can beat them?
I mean, there's a name for that, right? That's the handicap match.
Yeah, the handicap.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a handicap match starts with like 1 versus 2 or versus 3. But yeah, in a tag elimination, yeah, you could be the last remaining guy with a hot, fresh team across the ring from you.
Great.
Could happen. And if you're Hulk Hogan, you would still win. Rest in peace. Oh man, Sasuke is amazing.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, what's this? Is this a pin or a submission?
This must be a submission because the ref won't count the shoulders down on another wrestler.
I think I might have seen this in page 5 in the Karma Sutra. I don't think I never seen anybody.
Hey, that audience is getting their money's worth. Oh, I know. Oh,
nice
man.
drop kick.
Man, all over the place.
He's on fire. He's the one that's doing the most moves, I think.
Look!
Oh,
Good heavens! What?
that's
I love the amount of wrestling outside the ring.
Oh,
We're just piling on now.
Oh,
Just.
Mill is gonna go.
this is how he threw himself out of the Royal Rumble. Actually, that's exactly what he did.
That's his leap.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dynamite Kid.
Did you ever dive out of the ring, John, or were like tempted, or someone asked you, would you be okay with doing a dive?
You know, you were there actually up at the Bakersfield Dome where they had us wrestling in a boxing ring.
Yeah.
And as sometimes happens, sometimes you have to wrestle in a boxing ring. The great thing about a boxing ring is look at how tight these ropes are. This is a wrestling ring. In a boxing ring, oh my God, I talked during a tombstone pile driver. Oh, is this a flying headbutt?
Oh,
it is.
It's a headbutt.
You've only got a few of those in your lifetime. I did a plancha. I didn't even know what it was called. I did a plancha over the rope, over the top rope.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Is there footage of that?
What was that?
Is there footage of that plancha?
Oh gosh. I feel like there was at some point, you know, and when I finally saw it, it was like, yeah, but that rope was so saggy. I mean,
Yeah.
I was always trained, as you probably remember, Tiburon, when we would practice dives and we'd have a crash pad for practice. They would make me do it too.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
None of that one.
300 pounds in me. Beautiful crossbody.
Hey,
All
idea
right,
for future episode.
He is not the
We should
legal
call
man.
it John Weber and El Tiburon match.
we wrestled a couple times. Oh, another
God.
tombstone. Oh my god.
Dynamite Kid just does that beautiful modified spike pile driver, and he
Power.
told us he didn't do anything in this match.
Oh, power bomb. And there goes the win, the victory.
That was good.
That was the victory. Please do not buy anything from
Safety
from this
tools.
company right here. And so yeah, that's Sasuke was the man who got beaten. Your
He did
winners on this match: Dynamite Kid, Kobayashi, and Dos Caras.
He did the job. Notice Mil Máscaras didn't take the pinfall.
Never.
Coincidence? I think not.
And I kind of get it, because El Santo had done movies where he's like a superhero,
Yeah,
and Blue Demon, I believe, also did.
yeah.
So Mill was also one of those guys.
I like
And-
you kissing through the mask.
Yeah, I was like, what was going on there?
That's a manly way to kiss your opponent.
It's not gay if you kiss a mask.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay in a mask. It's all good. All right, and now this is a something that I would run into at so many of the Lucha shows I would be on, which would be the post-match promos. There's going to be a lot of mic time going on here. Oh my gosh!
Let me tell you something, brother. Just because I wear this funny kitty cat mask doesn't mean I'm not tough.
I love
I
it.
want Tiburon to supply all their mic time right now.
No job for me.
They say do yub, I say no yub. I am Mil Máscara.
You laugh
No
at me
job.
because my tights are pulled up as high as Fred Merck's pants, but I'm no job for me still.
I'm also going to keep talking because no one can stop me. You are all jabronis. Forget the Hulk Hogan. Very impressive match. I mean, I do love. Oh,
He's
You're gonna
telling
go
him
again.
he wants to take
threatening-
off his mask.
They're threatening to demask.
Uh-oh.
I think he's challenging him to one of those mask versus mask matches.
That could happen.
Oh, what a nice bonus.
You know what? I got booked on a mask versus mask match. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember at the at Bakersfield, and I was like, wait a minute, I never agreed to lose my mask against the Phantom. I think was his name. I forgot the guy's name.
Oh, right. El Phantom. Yeah.
It was just booked. I was like, we never agreed to lose our.
That was crazy. Yeah, I remember that. That was insane that they would do that to you. Hang on, let me tell the crowd to quiet down.
And tell us where they just answer their phone.
The crowd goes wild.
So there you go. That is a great historic match. What did you think of that match, El Tiburon?
It's I think reminiscent of like 90s Japanese Mexican wrestling that you would sometimes see in WCW, and that's why and it would usually start the show because you wanted the people to get like out of their seats and pumped up, and this was like fast action. So yeah, it's reminiscent of that great match.
Yeah. How did you feel about seeing your first I think this is your first Japanese match. This might be your first match with luchadors. What did you think about that, Mean Joe Gene?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't know if last week counts as a Japanese match with Giant Baba, but
It was
definitely
in
my first like, tag team, and
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I mean, I love all the characters, if that's the right word. Lots of action, lots of stuff happened outside the ring. I think this is just a free for all, but you can tell it's a very well orchestrated free for all. You know?
This was for me. This was like one of those packages that you'd buy at the store of all the little cereals. You know, the little box of Sugar Smacks, the little box of Corn Pops, a little box of Fruit Loops. You know, you get a little bit of everything. I really enjoyed it for that because there was a little bit of everything, a little bit of inside work, outside work, technical work, high flying. You got it all. So, hey, we're glad that we could do that for you. Folks, be back next week and join us for Match Callers El Tiburon. We're going to ask you in the future to come back. I hope that's okay.
I'd love to. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for inviting me. But I want, before we go, what cereal would Mil Máscaras be?
Kicks.
Kicks?
Looks like it should be sweet. Looks like it should be good. No. I'm not a big milk fan. All right. I'd love to keep going with that idea. That's a good comedy premise. But we should cut out right now. Thanks everybody for watching Match Callers.
Weber Internet thingy. Weber Internet thingy. Weber Internet thingy. Come on, check this out. Weber Internet thingy. Weber Internet thingy. Weber Internet thingy. The good times are never in doubt. Weber Internet thingy. Come on, enjoy the fun. Weber Internet thingy. We've got the blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
JoeTownsel.com